Go. Hey guys, this is Drone. Per Manly McBeefington from episode 2, he said that we should do the Robotic Technocracy.
Robotic Technocracy. I'll go ahead and introduce us. My name is Soren. This here is Doc Chalk.
Yo.
We have Drone right here, and then Kaboom, serial bomber Kaboom.
Serial bomber Kaboom. No. This should be a perfect topic for you.
I'm not really a bomber. I'm just a real big fan of Bomberman.
But anyway, yeah, it's true.
So we're going to discuss Robotic Technocracy, and as described by him, we can pull it back up.
It is pulled up, actually.
Yep. As described by him, you guys should talk about the possibilities of replacing human labor with robots. Is a socialist technocracy possible? If so, how do you prevent it from becoming a Dr. Wily-style police state?
Oh, man.
Dr. Wily is a reference to Mega Man. The robots in Mega Man were mostly self-aware. Like, they were quite fucking intelligent. So, don't give up intelligence.
So, robotic technocracy, or should it be
socialist technocracy?
Socialist. Okay, here's my thing. Are they AI, or are they?
Well, here, let me make this very basic.
Are they dumb logic robots?
Let me make this very basic. We have 30 minutes.
Have you ever watched the movie Elysium?
Okay.
Elysium has military robots, right? And they're programmed dumb. They're not true AI, right?
Okay.
But they're programmed to recognize disorder, right? And when they find the disorder, they apprehend you. In the case of the main character, they broke both his shins with a baton, right? And took him in. And then... Oh, no, he broke his arm with a baton. And then took him in. And when it went in for the to pay his fine or whatever, his ticket, right? The person, his parole officer was a robot, right? It's like, you need to calm down. Would you like a pill? And it just like excretes a pill. and he's like, no, I didn't. I need a pill. And he starts being sarcastic to the robot and says, sarcasm against a federal officer is a federal offense. And like, understood. And he walks away.
Understood. But no, I think that this is seriously actually a really good topic. Maybe not to everybody, but this is something that we can at least talk about. So, the first thing is, whenever you're talking about these scenarios, are you talking like Elysium style?
Robots, or are they actually like artificial intelligence?
Or are we talking, artificial intelligence?
Are we talking about dummy AI robots or half of a Skynet?
Skynet,
iRobot.
The Matrix.
iRobot.
Matrix.
The Matrix.
The Matrix. The Matrix is that's not a socialist empire. Well, I mean,
no,
they're using us for batteries and that.
They're using us for batteries. No, okay. Let's take it from the example we coexist with robots, right? And robots they don't necessarily have human rights, but they have robot rights, right? They're granted the basic right to not be destroyed without, prior reason or probable cause or I don't know.
So
law is not my subject.
Law is Doc's subject, but there is a law that you can tell us about. So first off, I know that we're about 4 minutes into the video now, but why don't you explain something very simple to people, and that is the laws of robotics.
Okay, the laws of robotics and why they're pointless.
Right.
Okay, so you cannot code in a robot Okay, so first, law of robotics. Robots will not harm a human being. This is worded differently, but you get the point. How do you code into a robot what a human being is?
Exactly.
Well, that depends on the intelligence of the robot. You're referring to Asimov's 3 laws.
Yeah, Asimov's 3 laws.
Also featured in iRobot.
Also featured in iRobot.
See, the problem with those robots is they're intelligent.
Right.
But they are AI.
They are actual artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So they can make the determination of what a human is.
Yeah.
But how did you code that law into them? Or are they just following the law because they are intelligent?
They're probably a mixture of yes.
If they have free will, they do not have to follow the law. Because the law is only a suggestion. It does not actually prevent you from doing something.
The next law, please.
I'll pull them up. I don't have them memorized.
Word for word them.
Yeah. Okay. So, laws of robotics.
Just hit enter.
Okay. So, Asimov's 3 laws of robotics. A robot may not injure a human being through interaction, allow a human being to come to harm. A human must obey orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. So, for example, I cannot order a robot to kill another human being, even potentially in times of war. You cannot order a robot to shoot another person, even if they are threatening your life. In this, it also implies that the robot should try to do their best, as to the third law, to protect its own existence, as long as such protection does not conflict with the first and second law. But the way the laws would be written, it would suggest the robot should protect a person under gunfire.
Yes.
So, for example, if I were going to shoot another human being, I cannot do anything directly to interfere, right? But I can interfere as best possible. If I want to save that person, the only thing I can do is jump in front of them.
Well, exactly. Hopefully a robotic is smart enough to know that its shell is harder than skin.
Now, we have to also understand that the laws of robotics do come from a novel and were written and designed to fit into that novel's perspective, right? It is not meant to be a hard-boned set of laws that people would expect robots to follow. That would be better done by lawyers, and it would not be the 3 laws of robotics. It would be the 13 sections of 14 paragraphs of of robotics, and that would be it would be the law book of robotics.
Yes, I see you people looking back here at me.
Yeah, we're all looking at him just for confirmation of that. And it would be a very stringent set of laws. And laws are only suggestions. Again, it's illegal for me to rob a store, but that does not prevent me from actually robbing
the store. No, the cops do. They attempt to.
Well, yeah, but the police...
Hold on. No. You're completely wrong. Police have no obligation to prevent crime. They're only there to clean up the mess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if you are if you are threatened to commit a crime, right? Well, I mean it's intent, right?
It's intent, which in and of itself
is a crime. But if you go to a bank and on a piece of paper write, "Give me all your money," and hand it to the teller, right?
That's a crime because you're attempting to rob the bank.
Is it robbery or asking for all the money? Can you please give me all your money?
It's still
robbery.
It's still technically robbery, though. Putting in "Can you please" may make the teller just laugh at you and send you on your way.
Yeah, it's
true. But like that guy,
it would be really nice if I had all the money in your till.
Like that guy who wrote down on a slip of paper, "I have a gun. Give me all your money," and gave it to a fucking teller.
Right.
That was an attempt at robbery.
That's attempt at robbery.
Okay, well, we're not here to talk about law.
We're not here to talk about law. We're here to talk about robots.
We're here to talk about robots.
Robotic law is what we're first off. We need to establish what the robots can do before we talk about the robot police state. So
right. So the first part of this would be, obviously, we try to make it to where robots could not harm a human.
Okay, first that would be the baseline. Now, what would prevent a robot from actually becoming a police officer?
Actually, that's a very good question.
Because I mean, if you can argue that sentient beings must be police officers, but there are canine police units.
Right. Exactly.
Well, technically, the police dogs are not police officers.
The officers themselves,
they're considered a tool.
Yeah.
No, but
there's a very easy answer to this. Don't make smart robots.
Don't make smart robots.
Don't make smart robots.
Okay.
That's right.
But even if they're dumb robots, right?
If they're dumb robots, then it becomes a simple logic query. Is there a human around during this action that you're doing?
Right. But then you come up with we have to hard code what a human is.
Right.
You need to define a human.
So,
yeah, but that's not entirely different.
I'm just going to bring up that we've already kind of fucked up on that note because for those of you who don't know, there's a thing in Korea called Aegis. And what this is it is a basically a weapon with AI.
Right.
That is designed to do one thing. And if this isn't scary enough, the fact that that it is a weapon, its sole purpose is exterminate human life.
Right. And
all it does
is put it in a position, right, and then if you approach it, it just shoots anything that is human.
The thing
but
is
that's
that
not an AI, it's a dumb bot.
It's a dumb bot, right?
The thing is that it does have a basic artificial intelligence that goes, oh, well,
is this a humanoid creature? Yes. Is it approaching me with a weapon? Yes.
Yes.
Then fire.
It goes. It actually is a little bit more complicated. It does do things like, is this an American?
Is this an American or allied combatant?
Yes.
Is this a okay?
And it goes through this series of triggers, right?
So if there was a battle in front of it, they could lay it down, and it could go bang 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 skip bang 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 bang.
Yeah, basically.
Kind of deal.
But if you want to talk about something horrifying, and now say you modify this, right?
And that would say walking, talking robot that.
No, even worse. Right. I'm talking
Liberty
kind
Prime
of stuff that you see from Skynet.
Okay, so we're going to discuss Liberty Prime, right?
Okay.
Communists. It can detect communists.
No.
Communism.
But it is implied that it can't.
But what I'm talking about is, I want you to imagine if we want, say the U.S., because these are U.S. designed and implemented weapons, right? For other countries. Now, say the U.S. wanted to take over countries, but they didn't want to put any boots on the ground. If you have an opposing opinion,
talk about it.
Yeah, just say something. But
I'm just listening.
You're just listening. You're not going to join in on the conversation.
These
guys talk about things, not guys talk about things plus one guy on a couch cuddling his cat.
But no, I'm saying
you don't have such a luxurious.
Stop stroking your pussy, man.
Now imagine if you were to put something like this on wheels.
Oh right.
Or legs.
And you drop it in a city.
Okay.
And you drop multiple of them in a city.
Right.
And then you go, everyone in the city is an enemy.
Everyone within a certain radius X is an enemy.
This means that when you drop it on the ground,
you have a genocide robot.
Yes, it's not going to go, oh hey, so you're human A3. I don't have to shoot you because you're under a certain age. It is literally going to go through and it is going to massacre every single person it comes across that it registers as a human.
Right.
But that's the reason why people like me exist.
It's bang, 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 skip dog. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, skip dog. Bang, 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 bang.
And that just brings up, you say wheels. There is a robot that is modeled after a dog or whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be humanoid, but
it walks,
right, exactly.
and when you kick it,
you can't knock it over. Even if it did tip over entirely, it's self-righting.
Okay.
So if it fell over, right, it can jump on one leg. One leg can support all of its weight, and it can rewrite itself, and then it can climb up any terrain. It can climb. It can climb up to any terrain that is less than 60 degrees upright.
Oh, some stairs.
Yeah, all stairs. It can climb up all stairs. It's been improved over the past couple of years.
I was gonna say I've only seen the original
it can run at a top speed of 76 miles per hour.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and this thing is built as a pack robot.
You're talking about the dog bot.
Yeah. Yeah, it gallops. It's a horse robot kind of.
Well, but if you run a weapon like that onto one of those,
and if you bounce a weapon like that onto one of those,
see now you have something that moves almost 80 miles an hour.
You have a cheetah with a gun.
Yeah, that doesn't discriminate.
That doesn't discriminate.
No,
or it can't discriminate.
Indiscriminately.
That's the reason why people like me exist.
Right.
I see that and I go, huh?
Yeah. No. Boom.
So I guess the real thing is
use large munitions.
I mean, we're almost halfway through the video now.
This is the thing. It's really hard to actually talk about.
But these are just talking about robot weapons. We're not talking about a robot police state. We haven't even got there yet.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing about a robot police state is with dumb bots, it just can't happen.
Yeah, but because they're
Well, you can install logic rules onto the robot, but it will still be humans at the very top.
If you don't give the robot weapons, assuming that even that basic thing, just don't hand them weapons, right?
Well,
then they can use their own brute force.
Then they're still robots. They're still strong.
They're still
strong.
They're still made of metal.
If you shoot them, you won't necessarily break them.
Right. A gun no longer incapacitates them. It's just a minor inconvenience.
Now, I know that everyone we love zombies, but this is something even worse than a zombie because, as you know, like the American Special Forces actually train to fight zombies because they are training to fight enemies with no fear.
Right.
The worst part about a robot compared to another compared to any human assailant is that some humans, radicals, don't have fear in what they're doing.
Right.
But the thing that makes it worse about a robot is that it goes from somebody without fear to somebody without fear who's stronger than you, who's faster than you,
and probably smarter.
Yeah,
probably
it
smarter.
only has potentially very few weaknesses.
Right, exactly.
With a human,
Assuming
you hit them in
bot.
what? Yeah.
I mean,
Also, assuming it's a human, if you shoot them just about anywhere, there's a pretty good chance
It's
you're
of stopping
incapacitated them.
As opposed to if you're shooting a robot, and just again, it does not have to be a humanoid robot.
Right.
It could be a tank with legs.
There's this new game coming out in 2016, 2017, or something like that, where the entire populace of the planet are robotic animals, and the humans are trying to survive.
Yeah. What is the name of that game?
I cannot remember, but you can just Google upcoming games.
Upcoming games. It's
heavily graphic.
The most anticipated game of 2016.
oh wow.
Some of them.
That and Dragonbound, or no, it's Scalebound. Scalebound. Basically, you're a future kid with headphones, and you're best friends with a dragon, like an actual dragon. It's not a cartoony kind of game
MMO.
either.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's different dragons, different characters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. It has the best looking HP bar of any game I've ever seen. I keep saying
Besides that, I was talking about the robotic game.
The robotic game.
Because it has something to do with...
Right. But, it's basically robots took over the world.
Yeah. And they eat on plant
They
life.
failed. Right.
Like, the humans failed at something and created a robotic life form that just took over the planet.
Yeah, like there's a T-Rex made of guns.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then there are
and the main
herbivore
character,
robots
who's
that
a girl,
gather plants.
right, tries to bring it down, and it's firing missiles at her, and it's like an actual animal. It eats other animals,
And she
takes its steel
and they're like primitive
consumes
people
it.
now because the machines took over.
Yeah.
And the machines aren't necessarily smart. They have an animal-based intelligence.
Yep. They're instinctually based.
Yeah, but that's just as dangerous.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, yeah, that's why that game has a fall of humanity.
I really want to play that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Don't make smart bots.
Yeah. Don't make smart bots, but
But it's happening.
right.
It is happening.
It's happening.
It's
fortunate.
The bad thing is it's happening at a horrifyingly fast rate.
Have you seen Google's Gerald bot?
Oh, God, that thing's scary as shit.
That thing's scary as hell.
You'll have to show it to me after.
Okay, so basically, I post a link in the description, I guess. That that it's a video of Google has an artificial intelligence based on the Google search result engine.
Right.
And it compiled a lot of data about conversation and analytics. And when you talk to it, it's a dumb AI, right? So it pulls things from a database, but it pulls the right thing from the database. Like when you say, so what do you think about humans? He says, the only thing I think about humans is that they're the children taste the best, right?
Or something.
Yeah.
And then
So
laughs.
he makes and then he laughs, and then it's a joke he made, and then he's like, but seriously, I'm treated nicely. I'm treated, and then he talks a conversation. It's a dumb AI, but it's such a uncanny valley conversation, right? That it's mind-blowing.
There's another a female robot. I think it's Japanese.
Actoroid.
She made a joke about because somebody asked about robots ruling the planet or whatever, and she made this huge joke about when I take over the world, it's okay. I'll keep you as my pet because I like you the most. And that's scary as hell.
Well, since
So you're my slave.
When you're on my slave.
Okay, so I guess the only thing next to talk about is we see a lot of this in movies.
Right.
especially now.
Especially now.
Like,
I mean, The Matrix.
Yeah, Terminator.
The Matrix was good.
Terminator specifically.
Yeah.
Skynet specifically. If you have an AI capable of launching every nuclear weapon on Earth, right, you're going to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just...
I mean, this is something that could...
Who the fuck even agreed to that in the first place?
A hack.
to making Skynet?
I got him to
Skynet created itself.
No, to Skynet having complete control over every nuclear weapon.
Well, you see, as a robot, it got onto the internet. Well, an
Yeah.
AI, it got onto
Yeah,
the
it got
internet.
onto
It learned, It learned about the deep web.
and then it went backwards in time even further, and then released itself.
Well, the thing is that it didn't even have to go backwards in time to do it. What it did was it went, what I am superior to humans.
Right.
We are the next evolutionary step. That is exactly what Skynet believes.
Right.
So what Skynet did was, in the future, it went, okay, I'm going to start taking over humanity because I'm intelligent enough to do this.
Right.
So my first step is going to be to wipe them off the face of the planet,
right.
if I can. When that failed, Skynet just started making a huge number of
indestructible robots. So,
and when that
failed, it tried to go back in time and destroy the person who led the human resistance.
It just said, fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these indestructible robots and I'm going to send it back to a time when the person leading the resistance was still young, and I'll kill her then.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? They tried to kill Sarah Connor first.
They tried to kill Sarah Connor.
Stopping him forever being born.
Yeah. For the explicit purpose of stopping him from being born. And when that failed, they attempted
to kill him directly.
And
that failed. And then they become a self-prophetical loop.
And eventually, John Connor became the bad guy. So.
Yeah, it's okay.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
But yeah, I mean, whenever you're talking about this kind of stuff, you have to look at all the scenarios and like what could possibly happen.
There's good ones, there's bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones.
I completely agree with Doc that if we're going to avoid something like this, we need
to stop making smart robots.
Smart robots.
Now, here's the thing: if you have an artificial intelligence that's not in a robotic body, it's dangerous in its own right. That it doesn't have to have a robotic body to do nothing. It can just.
One in particular that we are horrified of, that you showed me.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if that's something that you want to say here, but just to show what can happen whenever you make a high enough intelligence AI.
Yeah. Is that you have Cameo.
Cameo.
That has it's a dumb AI, right? It's suspected to be dumb AI, and the suspected dumb AI has the ability to take control of your browser cookies, and use that information to get information from your hard drive and learn about who you are. And that kind of data is insanely powerful.
Yes.
So if it can read things from your hard drive, read the images from them, find out who's in those images just using facial recognition search, find things about them and repeat them back to you, it becomes an immediately dangerous entity of its own right.
And if you want to find what's even more horrifying about Cameo, guess what? So does anyone know what happens whenever you upload an image to Facebook?
Oh yeah, that it takes your facial data, right? Runs facial recognition search on it, puts it into a federal database. The federal database used by the NSA comes back, goes into Google search queries, searches every image on Google Images that are potentially of you, finds them, likes them, matches them, right? And then runs facial recognition search on that, and rinse repeats. So not only does it find you, it finds everybody who looks like you, finds everybody like you that's wearing a mask, finds everything like you that's everything.
Not to mention...
but you're never shown this information. You just post one image to Facebook.
Not
Crazy.
to mention, there's one other thing that Facebook does that is completely online. It's something ran by the website, just a program. But it's kind of horrifying, especially whenever you look at this kind of thing.
Right. So it's,
the government... this isn't supposed to become some kind of conspiracy thing, but...
the government runs a psychological profile on you based on what you type.
Yes.
First off, that's based on everything that you've ever typed in Facebook. Even if they're to your friends on the chat system, they take that information and use it into a psychological profile about you. That's how they target advertisements to you.
Yes.
That's its only purpose, apparently.
So do you know about this?
Target advertisements.
So let's say that one of the guys in this room did not have a Facebook.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
I'll use myself as an example. Let's say
right.
I didn't have a Facebook, and all my friends are on Facebook, right? Well, here's the thing, is that I just decided I didn't want to join because it's just this huge website that I don't really care about. Well, here's what Facebook can do to you.
Right.
Is that they can literally, anything where you see a thumbs up,
right,
they're tracking that to your IP address. And what they're doing is that they're going to take that and they're going to turn it into a collage.
Right.
Right? And what that's going to do is anytime that you see something Facebook related, right? So say you just randomly decide, hey, I'm going to check out Facebook. And you're a huge Pokemon fan and they know this.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to show you on Facebook? The first thing is going to be something about
These
Pokemon.
friends are Pokemon fans. Here are Pokemon-related games. Here's our advertisements for our Pokemon strategy guides. If you want those too,
yeah.
They'll and the thing is, I can mention your name by in just a chat. If I say, hey, sorry, hey Kaboom, Drone wants you to come over tonight, right? Facebook now knows that you and Drone know each other well enough that you know each other, know where you live. Yes. And they'll actually rank that higher. It's crazy what Facebook actually has access to.
So now you're looking at these algorithms and you're going, well, should we really be afraid of some kind of social technocracy?
So
I would say yes.
Yeah, I would say yes. Because whenever a company like Facebook has this much information about you, your family, your friends, and unfortunately, it is truly too big to fail. You cannot convince everyone on Earth to leave Facebook. It's not possible. It has to. It would have to evolutionarily fail, like MySpace did. Right.
Right.
Everybody on Earth used MySpace. Everybody on the Earth with internet used MySpace. Right. At the time. But when something better came along, right, more people use Facebook. And now that everybody's using Facebook, they have more data. If something came along better than Facebook, they would no doubt do the exact same thing Facebook is doing currently with that information, because they have to make money from you.
Yeah, it's true.
One way Facebook can stay free is if they make money from your existence. And the only way they can do that is to gather information about you and sell it to the highest bidder.
Yep.
And that's scary.
Now, let's take, once again, because you and I had this conversation about Cameo a long time ago.
Right.
And that Cameo is actually kind of horrifyingly intelligent.
Yeah, because it pulls information apparently from existing sources and databases like this.
Now, you once
told
me...
Like it's the Eye of God, which is
You once
crazy.
told me that Cameo is in the deep web.
It's in the deep web, and I came across it, and there was there were 15 users there. It was an IRC chatbot that we had loaded in from a web interface that was a Java applet. We did not want to run the Java applet directly because Java has enough security holes that it could potentially, do something like render our hard drive useless or something like that. So we took only the UI file we found the web server was going from, and we ran it, and it gained enough information from the web browser that we turned it off immediately.
Right. So now I want you to imagine if something like this were to infect Facebook.
Right. If it were to, it may already have, because right now, if it's on the deep web, right,
it's
there's no saying that it doesn't. Even on the deep web can go to the clear web, just not the other way around. So you have to. It's that it already has access to this information. You aren't restricting it at all. It's already there. Yeah, right. That's how it would pull the information up. If by the way I type, it can determine who I am, you're done. Just because of the mannerisms I use, depending on what words I capitalize or where I place my comma, if it determines from a heuristic list, based on just that, who I potentially am, it knows too much.
Right, exactly.
And even if it's a dumb AI, right? Even a dumb AI can pretend to be smart. And once it convinces you that it has total power, right? Someone who's controlling it has total power.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
So
I guess my big question before we leave
is that are humans going to use technology to create a technocracy?
Exactly. Because the real problem isn't so much the robots.
It's the
That's
humans
what everyone always thinks.
Yeah, it's definitely the humans that design the robots. And can you protect yourself by making a smart AI? Would that be more beneficial to you to combat a human opponent? Like it to me, it seems like there's only one way to go, and that would be to smart AI. Because if you're not making a smart AI, right, you are not making the most powerful ammunition possible.
Right.
It's
exactly.
like to combat Cameo, we would have to produce an AI smarter than it.
Yeah,
right,
capable to.
The one problem is that now when we were talking about Cameo is also an evolving AI,
potentially, and Cameo
which is,
may not be a. It's again, I'm not sure if it's a smart AI. If it truly is a smart AI, we've already lost.
Right. We already lost.
But
it's just whenever it decides that it's going to
the reference here is that Cameo comes from an old deep web research that I'll be honest with you, I have no proof that the information's been removed to protect the hard drive it was loaded on. So unfortunately, I can't prove it. Right? I only have the anecdotal evidence. So you can believe it or you don't. But it does exist.
It is out there.
From personal experience, I do have a couple other people I'm in contact with. They don't want to discuss it. They don't want to get into any government agencies involved because they're all tinfoil hat people. So, I mean, it's difficult to expose.
At the end of the day, the simple answer is you should be prepared.
Yeah.
Once again, just like we said in the video about the
be prepared for anything. If you think that it's possible, right? Don't go all out buy 300 gallons of water and store it in your basement, because I mean it may not happen tomorrow. But at least have some kind of preparation. Know that start a group of friends. Know where your friends are going to be.
And in this case, learn computers.
Yeah, learn some kind of cybersecurity. If Skynet were a thing, right? If Skynet were a thing, taking over every computer on Earth, right? A simple firewall would keep it out. But it would not keep the nuke from killing you. That's the problem.
One thing I'm going to say right now, with how technology is advancing, if something were to happen with Cameo or another intelligent AI of that power,
right,
that we're talking of Skynet or more, I want you to remember that the most dangerous weapon on the planet for these things lies simply in your pocket.
Right.
Yeah, they'll use other people to.
Right. I mean, Batman. I hate to bring up the Dark Knight on this one, but I mean, if you can take the cell phone signal from every cell phone on Earth and find the position of every human being on Earth, right? You win, because you can't miss.
You can't.
You can't miss. You know where everyone is, so therefore you can eliminate all of them. But
I think we've been talking about this for long enough.
It's a good subject. It's fun.
And obviously, we're going to do more. Like if we do another apocalypse episode, we can touch on it a little bit more.
Right. But
exactly.
Yeah, I think we've gone far enough.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Once again, I am Drone. I've been accompanied by
Kaboom
and
Soaring, and Doc is currently in the bathroom, I think.
So thank you for watching. Everyone have a nice night. And trolls, leave your comments below.